How do I tell my husband that I'm falling in love with him? My father forced me to marry a stranger to save our company from bankruptcy after our CFO got arrested. His family needed our business connections. We needed their clean reputation. 3-year deal, fake marriage while companies recover, then divorce. At our wedding, we shook hands instead of kissing while the photographer stared in horror. It felt like signing my life away, but I had no choice. For 8 months, we lived like ghosts in the same house. He left before I woke up and came home after I was asleep. Maybe twice a week we'd pass in the kitchen and nod at the coffee maker instead of each other. The silence felt safe. Family dinners were torture. We'd sit in his car practicing our fake stories while both our hands shook. His mom would grab my hand looking for a bigger ring and ask about grandchildren while I felt my whole body go rigid, forcing out laughs. My dad would corner him about profit margins, checking if they were worth keeping around. He'd tap the table twice, our signal for save me, and I'd fake an urgent call. The arrangement worked perfectly. His family's reputation opened doors that had been slammed in our faces. Our connections landed them million-dollar contracts. Everyone congratulated us on our perfect partnership while I counted days until freedom. I had an apartment picked out across town, deposit paid, listings saved on my phone for bad days. He was interviewing for jobs in other cities, always when I wasn't home so we wouldn't have to acknowledge we were both planning escapes. By month 6, both companies were thriving and investors happy. Our parents acted like they'd made the deal of the century, and honestly, they had. We just had to survive 18 more months of pretending. Every Sunday, I'd update my countdown app and feel a little lighter. He kept a suitcase in his closet that he'd add things to when he thought I wasn't looking. We were so good at being strangers that his cousin called us relationship goals, and we both had to leave the room to avoid laughing at the irony. Tuesday morning, month 9. I was pouring coffee when my hand betrayed me. Small tremor, but coffee splashed everywhere. His voice came from behind. How long has that been happening? When I turned, he was staring at my hand with actual fear in his eyes. Nobody had looked at me with genuine concern in months. It made my chest tight. I admitted it had been a few weeks and watched his face change. He called in sick and drove me to a neurologist without asking. 3 months of hell followed. Brain scans, needles in muscles, vials of blood. He came to every appointment with a green notebook, writing down words I didn't want to understand. When the doctor said degenerative disease and no cure, I disappeared inside myself. But he leaned forward, grilling the doctor about treatments until he had 20 pages of notes, voice shaking but not stopping. That night, he dragged his laptop into my room, said he needed to monitor symptoms. I was too scared to be alone to argue. At 3 a.m., I woke up convinced I was dying. He was already awake, started talking about random things until my breathing normalized. He turned fighting insurance into his personal war. When they denied coverage, I heard him scream, "She's my wife," with such fury that I believed it for a second. That's when I knew I was screwed. I wanted it to be true. Without me noticing when, he started anticipating everything. Hand on my back when I swayed. Pills sorted Sunday nights. Calendar reorganized around good days without me admitting I had bad ones. He learned to read my symptoms before I could. The way I held my coffee mug told him everything. Our contract ended 2 months ago. Neither of us mentioned it. He let a London job paying double expire. I deleted apartment emails unopened. Yesterday, he caught me researching care facilities. Instead of looking relieved at my exit plan, he closed my laptop. Till death do us part wasn't just for show. I had to leave before he saw me cry. This morning, he was applying to nursing school at our table. When he saw me staring, he turned the screen toward me and kept typing. Now he's measuring doorways for wheelchairs, humming his happy song. I asked why he won't leave. He said, "I chose this, I choose you," then back to measuring. We're still married, but not because we have to be anymore.